So there is a lot of accusations and counter accusations from the current government of Zamfara state being ruled by His Excellency Dr. Lawal Dauda and his predecessor, the former governor of Zamfara state, Matawalle, and the current Minister of Defense, State Minister of Defense under the ruling party APC. There has been allegations and counter allegations between them. So this this kind of the feud between them is still ongoing, and it's getting messier day by day. And it is rather unfortunate that those are the receiving ends are the people of Zamfara state. But this current government is putting the federal government under a lot of heat in order for them to prosecute the then former governor of Zamfara state, Matawalle, based on the allegations that were presented against him. And he was, that he has succeeded in getting a restraining order from the court to stop the government and the Financial Crime Commission from prosecuting him. So let's dive into the allegations and let's try to take a look at them step by step, segment by segment, in order to find out and also to, go through them detail by detail in order to understand more and to dissect what is actually going on in Zamfara state.
Between Governor Dauda Lawal of Zamfara state and his predecessor, Matawalle, is intensifying. Accusations and counter-accusations regarding alleged financial impropriety in the state are escalating. From the Gusau Cargo Airport to neglected projects in the government's house, including the Gusau Hotel and various other initiatives, officials claim instances of misappropriation, releasing documents to back their claim.
Anybody that goes through the records will definitely see that in almost all the projects except this one, there have been overpayments. Payments are made for work not done. Payments are done, were made for work not certified. So this is a problem, Anybody that knows about project management knows that this is unethical. This is not supposed to be the practice in government. So it's not an allegation. These are facts.
He came out and he even bragged that he has built 4 billion.
This is a problem with our people, most especially the northern people of Nigeria. What he has done here is not just, the effect is not just on the Zamfara state. People have to realize that this is not just, he's not just holding Zamfara state back. Rather, he's holding the whole northern part of Nigeria back. Because all these projects, let's take a look first at the cargo airport that was abandoned. Can you imagine the kind of effect or the kind of benefit the northern part could have gained from that project? We know that the northern part, we don't have any seaport. We lack import from the northern part. Most of the imports that comes through in Nigeria is from the south, south through the sea, because most of the seas and most of the ports are in the south. So this could have been beneficial to the northern part. I don't understand how these people are thinking, how their brain works, because what he has done here is he has crippled the economy of the northern part by usurping these funds and abandoning the project. It is very unfortunate what these people are doing. These people are the one actually contributing to the or holding the northern part of Nigeria hostage. That's why there's a lot of lack of development in the north compared to the south. If you go to the southern states, yeah, in terms of infrastructure, you can make a case there, but in terms of economic improvement, actually, the distance is huge between the north and the south. Where the northern part is left behind, is being left behind. The margin is very high, and these people are the contributing factor. How can one comes up with a project as good as this project? Don't have even the courage or have the decency to follow it through. Imagine what the North could have benefited from this project. Cargo airport. So most of the things, whether they be the resources or the food materials or whatever it is, most of them are dry products. So it could have been easier transporting them to the land port instead of the seaport, because the air transportation is faster than the sea transportation. I don't know what these people are thinking, how their brain works actually. These people, this kind of wicked-hearted people, shouldn't be allowed to be in position of power in any shape or form, because they are very wicked. This is not something that people should be taking lightly at all.
Road for the landing of flights and planes. So when you look at that, a contract that initially was 11 billion, they went and upscaled it to 13 billion, and they have paid more than 70% of it, and nothing has been built there.
Can you imagine? 13 billion naira was appropriated for this project, and they said the funds were being released in order to execute this project. But look at what was being done. This is not even up to a 10 million naira expenditure. You know, what kind of people are we having in position of power in our country? And these people have the audacity to go to court and get a restraining order for them not to be prosecuted or even be investigated for that matter. And people are still keeping quiet. Nobody is saying anything. You know, Nigeria is turning into a comedy. Sincerely speaking, Nigeria is just a comedy show. It's just turning into a comedy show, comedy movie, or whatever you can call it. How can someone in a position of power appropriated 13 billion naira for a project and went on to do this kind of embarrassing display? They don't even have the decency to even actually do something that is presentable, that people can see and even commend them for. Even after knowing that there's still a lot of corruption, or there's still a lot of stealing that is being done on the ground or on that table, but they even have nothing to show for it. How can you show this kind of empty land as a project? What kind of country are we running in, or what kind of country are we living in? People should change their mindset as soon as possible. The sooner the better. These things are getting worse. The earlier the better. We need to set our thinking straight. We need to focus and set our priority straight. If not, these people will run us down to our graves. The way things are going, these people are just they just seems to get worse day by day. Before they try to maneuver all these things, they try to like make up their deception and paint it in a way that people will not understand their how they deceive them, or even they are trying to deceive them. But now in broad daylight, they have the audacity now. Corruption in broad daylight, and nobody is saying anything. People are keeping quiet. We need to speak to injustice. We need to speak up. If something is wrong, we need to speak up, even if it is one of our own. Right is right, wrong is wrong. If someone is wrong, even if he's one of our own, we need to stand against him. If we really want change in this country, we need to stand against our own when they are wrong. We need to correct them. We need to set them straight. We can't let this kind of things going on. Till when? For God's sake, till when?
And we are asking questions. And this is the man that went to court and get a ruling that this government or EFCC shouldn't investigate him. If you are open and you are free and you have done the roads that you are saying that you have done. You see, as a young person, it's even sad when I look at these things. Because all I learned from these people that, all right, if you get that opportunity, do whatever it is that you want to do. And at the end of the day, you just have to have a candidate that becomes Nigerian president and you'll be protected. In fact, not just protected, you'll be awarded.
Meanwhile, those who served under
Exactly what I'm saying. What he just said now, its entirety is all true. Because that's what it seems like. You know? You can steal what you want. You can mismanage what you want. As long as the ruling party is from your own candidate or is of your own, you are one of them, you will be shielded. You will be guarded. Nothing can happen to you. Nothing can go against you. Nothing will go against you. Because how can someone have the audacity after stealing people's money, after stealing taxpayers' money, mismanaging their funds, abusing the power given to him, abusing the trust given to him by his people, goes to court and even get successfully being granted a restraining order against Financial Crimes Commission to investigate him? What's the purpose of this commission then? This incorporation, it was built upon investigating crimes, financial crimes that was being committed by people that were given or entrusted with funds belongs to taxpayers or their people. And after going on to mismanage those funds, to abuse the trust entrusted to them, they can now go back, abuse the power again by using the same road to get a restraining order, so that this incorporation or this government cannot go after them and cannot investigate them. You know, the first thing even to people to realize is that in a normal world, how can these things be happening? For God's sake, what's wrong with Nigeria? What's wrong with Nigerian politicians? These people have no shame at all. You stole people public funds and you went to court. Why are you running to court to get a restraining order if you are not hiding anything, if you are not afraid of anything? Let the Financial Crime Commission investigate this case. If the commission frees you from any wrongdoing, then all is well. You don't have to be afraid of anything or anyone. It's as simple as that. But why are you pulling all the strings you can in order to stop this investigation? Meaning, all these allegations were true. Let's be true with ourselves here. Let's be sincere. For him to be resisting this investigation as strongly as he is, it only shows that these allegations were true. We can't label them as allegations at all, because they are hard given facts. The site of the projects were there, as we have seen just recently. This site of the projects were there. They were uncompleted projects. They were not even, you cannot even call them uncompleted. They were abandoned projects. Nothing was being there. There's zero progress. Zero. Actually, zero. Nil. Zero progress on all these projects. And billions of taxpayers' money were wasted, were allocated on that projects. And the worst part of it is that these projects could have opened a lot of ways for the northern part of Nigeria, a lot of good, beneficial ways for the northern part of Nigeria. It could have provided a lot of job opportunities for our people. It could have boosted our economy. A lot of business could have been provided. But all because of some people, few people, selfish interest, they are holding this part of the country hostage just for their gain. Even the funny part of this, all this nonsensical behavior is that how much can you accumulate in this world? How much? How much is enough? For God's sake, how much is enough? These people have been stealing money for a very long time, for their whole life, entire career, and yes, it's still not enough. They are still not satisfied. Till when? Till when? For God's sake. Can't you people be patriotic for at least once in your life? At least once. That's all we're asking for. Can't you be patriotic for once in your life? How much is enough? These people are not even taking in millions. There are billions of naira. We're talking about billions, not even millions. And these people have everything. All the luxuries of life. These people have accumulated all the luxuries of life you can think of. These people they have it. They have mansions. They have luxury vehicles. They live a luxury life. Their family are well off. What are they looking for? What more do they want? And what more are they looking for? I don't understand these people at all. Seriously.
Matawalle's administration described these accusations as false, stressing that the state's challenges existed before the previous administration.
There is nothing in it. We have already presented our facts and defense with documentary and pictorial evidences. I see no reason why Dauda Lawal is engaging himself into this baseless and unfounded allegations.
Officials expressed dismay over the condition of schools.
Seriously. Seriously. What kind of documented defense? You see all these nincompoops that used to come and defend this kind of heinous behaviors. They deserve death sentence in our country. How can you even defend this? For God's sake. What proof do you need? What more proof do you need? Actually, the sites were there. We have seen them. They were abandoned. And this appropriation was being done in your regime. And without any ounce of shame, you are coming out to the public to defend this. This shows that these people have no remorse. Their wickedness is far, far more than we can comprehend at all. That's why, of any given opportunity they can pounce up on, they will repeat the same thing. And it seems like also we, the citizens, we, the public, we don't learn our lesson. We still keep on putting this kind of people in a position of power. You know, we are also culprits in all these things. We as the citizens, we that are voting and are putting all these people in position of power after all the atrocities they have committed. And for God's sake, look at the condition of schools in our country. For God's sake, look at the condition of school. What can you learn in this kind of environment? What can you learn in this kind of environment? This kind of environment is not conducive for learning. I mean, for God's sake, it's not even conducive for animal farming, this kind of environment. Talk less of human being going there to learn. What will learn in this kind of environment? As you can see, there's even no roof. The structure of the school is even coming off. It's falling apart. Bit by bit, part by part, there is no roof. The pillars are, they are ripping off. To start with, this is even a bad structure. This is even a bad building. God forbid it might even collapse while students were in their classes. Really, our country has a long way to go. True talk, our country has a lot of work and has a long way to go. No wonder they call us third world country. What kind of learning environment is this? This is an abomination, really.
In the Zamfara state capital, Gusau, and surrounding areas.
Seriously, look at the classes. Look at the condition of the classes, schools. OMG. Oh. Really? And these are the people that this current government reward them for committing this kind of acts, for hanging their people to dry. All these things shows that this current government is not prepared, is incapable of moving us forward. Because they say action speaks louder than voice. No amount of PR or no amount of politics or deceiving can hide the fact that these people are incapable of moving this country forward. We need to get back to our senses, really. And as soon as possible, the sooner the better.
The Commissioner for Education, Science and Technology says the present administration is set to revamp education in the state.
We have about 200 schools that are going to be renovated. However, it's not only renovation, but there are new constructions that are going to be carried out. Not only the classrooms, there are toilets. Some of the schools are going to be fenced.
Officials of the Zamfara state government say they are already on the right track with a robust economic agenda that will translate to the prosperity of the state.
We asked for these positions, we asked for these jobs, and now we have to deliver. And people of Zamfara State do not expect anything less of performance and commitment by us. We met the government house without chief accounting officer. The former chief accounting officer, and expenditures at the government house, like the governor said, over 70 billion naira. And nobody to hold accountable. He has run away. Who is shielding him? Who is protecting him?
You know, this is the thing. Actually, it's not even people of Zamfara that were expecting performance. It's the people that of Nigeria, you know, as a whole. We all expect performance from our leaders. That's the minimum. The minimum is commitment, performance, and willingness to move this country forward. And I've said this countless of times. Not one time, not two times. Countless of times I said this is one of the most, you know, routine problems in our country. Lack of accountability. There is no accountability in our country, you know. People will do what they like, you know, and they will be allowed to work free without any repercussions, without facing any consequences of their actions. Lack of accountability. As long as we will not start holding people accountable, I promise you nothing will change in this country. Nothing. We will always take one step forward and 10 steps backwards. That seems to be the thing. So people should get back to their senses. I'm telling you, it is, you know, we can't say it is too late, but actually we are running out of time. Time is against us. Our neighboring countries are even laughing at us now. We used to be the giant of Africa. If care is not being taken, you know, the tables will turn. We will become the infant of Africa. So we should wake up. This should be a wake-up call for our country and for our people. It's very sad. And like always, we have to stay positive. That's the only way. You have to stay optimistic also. May God bless Nigeria, and may God bless the people of the Federal Republic of Nigeria.